Our next guest is William Grand of Grand Interactive. Hi, William.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Grand Interactive. I assume I'll let you describe the business to me.
Sure, yeah. The business is an iPhone and Android agency, and we build apps for biotech and life science companies.
Oh, interesting. So how did you get into this business?
Well, it started out with one particular client in the biotech field, and they had a project that they had, and we got involved, and the business has really grown because we've been targeting that industry. And with mobile being as big as it is and growing as it is, the business has been able to grow as well.
What was your background prior to doing this?
Well, I studied mechanical engineering at MIT and biomedical engineering at Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
Got a master's there, and worked in robotics for 2 years, and worked for Boston Dynamics, which was
Know the company, right?
purchased by Google, which was very interesting. But I wanted something more creative and wanted to be able to code. And so I took a web development position in 2006, worked there for a year, and then started in 2008 on my own. And the business has just continued to mature and develop.
How many people work for you today?
The company is myself, but it's a full-service agency, and I work with a handful of contractors and have a good process.
So is there a strategic advantage in keeping it small in your hands?
There is some. One advantage is that we really focus on the needs of our clients, and we know a lot of people in each company, and we have relationships. We know who to talk to. We know how to get things moving. So we're not just cranking out apps. We're very tailored and focused.
What do people need to learn about building a mobile app that they don't understand now?
Well, I think what I face most commonly is because technology is so nimble and software packages are so cheap, like apps can tend to be like $2. People expect something on the order of like $1,000 and maybe a month turnaround, but it's actually a lot of effort. And so
things that look simple are sometimes complicated to create.
They are, yeah. And because there's so many apps out there, you would think that they're probably pretty cheap to produce. But the truth is that people are spending a lot of money to make them, and that's why there are so many apps.
And, once you have an app, doesn't mean that necessarily someone's going to use it. So then how do you build on the usage and the awareness of an app? Do you get involved with that as well?
Yeah, so you need a strategy. It's not about just building the app. You have to design it. It has to meet the needs and take care of the pain points of your customers. It has to look great. It needs to be engaging. You need to track what you're doing, track usage. You need to reevaluate and make updates as time goes on to make it effective.
Good. Now, you picked life sciences. Why life sciences?
The reason is that we want to focus on technology in one form or another. There are a lot of app agencies, and they build apps for everybody. But my experience was we were building things for museums, universities, life science, and each one has their own needs. And to wrap our minds around every single need to make that app effective is very difficult. And so we decided, hey, let's just focus on this industry. It's a very big one. They tend to lag behind other industries. So we have a great opportunity to be the largest player in that biotech and life science industry.
Are they unique to work with?
They are. It's a conservative type of culture. It seems to be the science type of mindset. People are very procedural and safe in their thinking. They don't want to take risks. And so as a result, with mobile, they don't tend to jump on it so quickly.